Hey everyone, it's Amador, and I'm super excited to share with you how I put together this gorgeous card with some new and some old Magnolia goodies that I have. I just received a few of these new stamp sets from Magnolia. This one is called Santa's Coming, and this is my first time using this white rubber. I also have this older Christmas lace heart stamp set. I used a Tilda Doily doohickey, the 3D wrapped snowflake, this 3D poinsettia, and also this older snowflake, cozy snowflake. These are from the Doohickey Club kit number 2, where I use the snowflake and the little pine bough. Now the vintage squares are these, and these are the poinsettias that I made. I absolutely fell in love with these. I recorded these being made and colored in because I wasn't sure how it was going to look. I really was trying to go for that watercolor distress ink look that many of these beautiful creators of these Magnolia cards, and I've always wanted to make these. I have some of these in my collection, just never actually achieved it. And here is the coloring of my gorgeous little girl from the Santa's Coming stamp set, and the vintage heart, the newer heart, and also this cool tag. Now I went ahead and used every single kind of snowflake from the Magnolia doohickeys that I had. And also, if you are interested in ordering some of the newer stuff from Magnolia, I signed up for a discount code and like an affiliate link or whatever, but I'll leave that in the description. But at least you get 10% off, because I was looking for one when I wanted to order some of this new stuff. Now I went ahead and made my card a 6x6 so I could use the largest of the vintage squares dies. So I had to piece it together to make one full card for the actual card base. So I just made it with this 1-inch flap coming over. I rounded the corners and glued it all together, and it is all using heavyweight cardstock because I love it. Now I'm just going to go ahead and figure out where I'm going to layer. I use this Sassy Club Summer Green ink to distress the background. I wanted them all to have a light blue backing, like a feeling of snow and whatnot. So I'm just doing the shading, but not all the way to the end. I just wanted to give it kind of a little bit of a flurry, a little bit of a highlight, low light kind of situation. And for the vintage squares, I used the largest one. And again, I did the same thing with the ink and the brush from the Sassy Club to give it a look, because here I am layering over the doily, the doohickey doily. Now this one is pretty cool because it's half a doily, but you can turn it and it makes a full doily, a full circle doily. I chose not to, and it was just lazy, and I cut 2 pieces. And here is the second of the vintage squares that I also am distressing, again just to give the offset with the white and the blue, to kind of give it that snow and kind of sky without having to do multiple layers. Because the funny thing is, all of these things that I distressed or colored and everything were 90% of it covered, because once you put in all of the goodies and beautiful poinsettias and snowflakes, they all tend to be covered up. I recorded the coloring of the poinsettia, so if you guys want to see that, I'd be glad to show you that on how I got it to look a little bit like watercolor kind of distress. I typically only color with 2 shades per color, but I went ahead and did it with multiples to get that effect. Here I am just putting together the doily. Again, you can make with that die a full doily. I was just lazy and just cut 2 halves, and I just put them together with some foam tape. Everything is super layered, and I love everything layered. And here's the doily on the side. I love everything layered with thickness, so I can insert all of the little embellishments and everything. Here I am just trying to figure out where my little Tilda, my little Christmas Tilda, and everything else is going to go. I'm going to layer the hearts to make it look like its own little gift bundle and whatnot. So here I'm just setting all that up and trying to put in the May Arts twine for the tag as well. And this tag is from the Jolly Joy with the little piggies stamp set, and the sentiment though is from the Santa's Coming stamp set from Magnolia. Now, this is the first video that I've made for YouTube in a long time, so please be kind to me. Be nice. I can't wait to do a few more. I have more time and I'm able to do these things now. There were several changes going on in the world, in my world, and I'm in a new a new way, doing new things. So to my old subscribers, to some hopefully new subscribers or anybody, I'm super excited to share more of these projects with you. Here I am adding the twine, and I just wanted to circle the twine to make it look like it's all bundled up, you know, packages wrapped up in string, which is basically what I was going for, because I also will be attaching the tag. And I love this twine. I bought 2 rolls a long time ago. I've never run out because it's just the perfect little fine twine. But here it is at the end, and this is with the little tag hanging off because I wanted it to look like a little package. I was going to include the little piggy in this card and also some other stuff, but I felt it too much, and I put all too much work into my poinsettias and snowflakes for me not to actually use them. So here I am just trying to figure out where everything is going. And also, if you see these trays, these vintage trays in my videos, I always like to organize everything in these little trays because I just love the way that it looks, and it keeps everything in its place. But here I am adding these snowflakes. Now, I wanted these snowflakes from the tag because it had that solid piece, so I could put them behind the multiple layers. And this way, since all of the 3 base layers are separated, I can put many things and have them all look dimensional. But here I am with the poinsettias. I absolutely loved this this die. There's another one that's a poinsettia and old paper die that I wanted, but it wasn't available. Here are the edges of this die that I used to make those bigger snowflakes. I just like the way they look. And this way I have like 3 different styles of snowflakes in my card. Now, these little bows, I also colored with everything is colored with Copics. The only thing that I used something different was the blue for the background. But I've practiced very hard to try to get it to look like a little bit of watercolor. But these were actually colored in to make them look like the bow, and maybe like the little tips are a little frosted with snow. I don't know where my textured paste is to actually like put snow. But here are the different sizes of snowflakes. I totally forgot the word for a second. I put one together with 3 of them, and then the rest of them are being tucked into the multiple layers of it. But this is another little focal point that I wanted to put up here, and it was pretty thick because it's 3 layers of mounting foam with those 3 layers of snowflakes. But here's where I got these little bows from, and they have a little hole so you can actually like string them and whatnot. And this is where the medium-sized snowflake came from the Doohickey Club kit number 2, All I Want for Christmas sets. I have a few of them. I think I have like 9 of them, and these are the holiday ones. But I made several of them to tuck here and there into multiple of the layers, and then I thought it would look really cute as part of the little bundle of hearts. So I insert one on the top, and like coming out of the top and coming out of the bottom along where it's all wrapped up. I also decided to put one of the little tiny snowflakes in here as well. I just thought it was really cute. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking I need this as like a little decor piece. A couple of hearts wrapped up, some snowflakes with some pine boughs. I think we can make it happen. Maybe a little vintage looking thing or a little prim style. I know I've seen them in like the little prim shops, the little primitive designs and stuff like that. But here I am now just adding the other layers because I want to leave the center space open for my little tilde right here. Absolutely love it. And here is the other one where the little hearts are going to go. Now the tag, I was about to glue the tag down, but I kind of like the fact that it has movement, and if you pick up the card or move the card, it'll move on its own. But here I am just adding some more layers to the snowflakes and everything else because I cut and colored quite a bit of them, and I wanted to just go overboard. I hope you like everything. Let me know what you think or what else you would like to see. Also, I'll leave a coupon code in the description for like 10% discount and a link. I just happened to sign up for it, so I figured why not? I wanted a coupon when I was looking for these stamp sets. So I'm happy to be back. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you guys think. Bye, everyone.